The removal of freshwater marshes in San Diego was intended to eradicate disease-carrying mosquitoes and to further develop urban San Diego. However, removing the marshes reduces biodiversity and cuts off the marsh's natural filtering ability, leading to increased pollution of the water. The freshwater marshes around San Diego are filled with plants and animals that all have one main source of freshwater, the San Diego River. The river provides a continuous water supply for many types of wildlife, including an insect called the mosquito, which thrives near the water. Mosquitoes spend half their lives, the larval stage, in freshwater marshes. The species of mosquitoes that live around the freshwater marsh is Culex anips, and some may carry a vast variety of diseases ranging from malaria to West Nile virus. In the early 1990s, when modern San Diego was beginning to develop, these diseases were deadly, provoking panic among the community. In order to keep the citizens safe, companies started draining the freshwater marshes. However, doing so, other problems arose. The marshes are an important habitat for all sorts of plants and animals since they provide nesting and nursery grounds for migratory birds and other animals. When a marsh is gone, it also can act as a natural filter to remove toxins and excess nutrients from the polluted water passing through the river. The marshes keep surface water suitable for different wildlife, and it keeps other aquatic ecosystems less polluted. As the water drains, it loses a reliable water source that is necessary for the ecosystem's survival. And once depleted, the population of the aquatic organisms that are reliant on the marsh's water will decrease. Once the water level is gone, it poses a negative effect on aquatic organisms such as the crappie, because it allows larger predators like the great blue heron to have a greater food advantage. Lower water levels can also affect the plant growth and populations because plants need the water to survive. In spite of this, some plants like the common reed doesn't need large amounts of water to survive. The common reed is an invasive species that is outcompeting the native plants like cattails in the freshwater marsh. Cattails help the habitat in positive ways because they prevent soil erosion and keep the soil sediments from rising so the water is less clouded with dirt. The common reed can negatively impact the cattails by outcompeting and destroying the cattail's habitat. It does this by quickly spreading its roots to create one single crop over a vast array of land. People often sell these plants at nurseries but don't realize that the common reed had many negative side effects to the environment. As more people buy and replace these plants, more ecosystems are destroyed. Another reason that San Diego's marshes are reduced is because of the growing population. To accommodate the population growth, the city needed more space, and draining the marshes was a suitable option by the city's government. Developers did this by either draining or filling the marshes. They filled the marshes with scraped concrete, abandoned cars, basically turning it into a landfill. It wasn't until the city sold the land to companies that they would build the buildings or apartment complexes. By building more complexes, it leads to a wider range of citizens residing in San Diego, making the city earn more revenue, which leads to the city financing more developers to build buildings. The freshwater marshes are an important ecosystem, and as people continue to drain or fill the marsh, it reduces the habitat. As a result, it can lead to many unnecessary negative side effects to the environment.